Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Dainese Aero EVO Racesuit, available at RevZilla.com. Now, the Aero EVO is a high-end suit. High-end in D-skin leather with a lot of nuanced feature, functionality, and protective elements. I have Akeem to my left. He's 6'2", he's a tall guy, but he's a thin guy. 40-inch chest, 175. He's wearing a size 50. Now for Akeem, he has good coverage. The length is okay in the arms. With the gauntlet, length's okay in the legs. For him though, because he is a thin guy, a little bit of rooms here in the hips, but that's okay. If we look at the Aero EVO, standout features, besides the fact that it comes in a few colors and it's a W frame, which you can see right here, is that it's completely in D-skin leather. You know, from here you'd step up into something like the Trickster, which is complete kangaroo, and the Avro is going to play in that bunch. But let's home in really on the application here. The thing that sets this suit apart from any other suit in the Dainese lineup is that it's going to be the W frame construction, which is great for a guy like me with broader shoulders. It's great for a guy that's a little taller. You can stand up and down. It's not going to pull you in the crotch. And the beauty of that, as you can see it up here, we had the Boo frame, which is a Dainese suit from a few years ago, which was just a dramatically good seller. But if we look here, you can see the way that this unzips down. And you're going to see that we have the ability, it's going to be 3D bubble liner on the inside. It's also all along the back. But the way that this zips down allows for more comfortable wear on the suit. Now I'm going to show you a trick for those of you who've never had a suit on with a W frame construction that gets away with that main connection zipper. There's no way to zip this back up when Akeem is standing straight up and down. So Akeem, lean over for me and let this get this bad boy zipped back up. As soon as Akeem leans over, this guy goes right back up and down. So come back over for me. There you go. And it's really that simple. I'm going to snap one of these sides here and just lock it down. The other thing that you're going to notice here on the Aero EVO, and notice that, again, Akeem is a tall guy in a 50, he's standing up and down pretty comfortably, is you see a lot of these zigzags. These zigzags are a new technology from Dainese. They're called Microelastication. They're less than a couple years old. So outside of your perforation scheme and outside of your bielasticated stretch panels, which you typically see, we can now use Microelastication, which is stronger, allows for stretch in areas where before you really couldn't put a bielasticated stretch panel because it weakens, you know, there's lots of perforation there, and it's that accordion material is not as stiff as your regular leather. Now you have these areas to be able to put light punctuation into the leather with the stitching, but you have these panels that allow a lot of give. So Akeem is standing here and he has give that he'll feel when it's on, but aren't dramatic amounts of give like you'd see with those elasticated stretch panels. We have them in the chest, we have them down along the legs. When I turn Akeem backwards, you're going to see them on the back as well. Some of the base components that are going on here, I talked about the D-skin leather, which is a super premium leather, increased abrasion resistance, increased tensile strength. It's Dainese proprietary, it's their top end before you get into kangaroo. If we look here, you have S1 stretch panels for breathability. Notice perforation in the arms, aluminum sliders on the co-injected shoulders. I know that's a mouthful. That just means it's an aluminum hard part in a shoulder that's stitched in with an area of leather that's seated for strength with CE rated underneath of it. Moving down the arm, you're going to see that we have our Dainese GP style armor that goes all the way from elbow to forearm. On his back, I'll show you in a second when we turn him backwards. Notice localized perforation. Basic collars here, high quality components with your YKK zippers. Turn away from me, Akeem. I want to show the side. Looking at the side, this is the black and white version. Again, check out that line. Microelastication versus accordion stretch panel on the elbow because it's closer to an impact area. We have some reflectivity. Good perforation on the back side of the arm. You can see this yoke that goes all the way down, and we can see that our zipper from the W frame comes all the way down to the hip. Full-scale GP style hump for aerodynamics. Nice cutaway here at the collar, so it's not going to interface with your helmet. It does have an area for the hydration pouch, and you have good perforation along the back. Turn backwards for me, Akeem, face away. There you go. Notice the microelastication along the neck. It's low profile. Coming down to the hump along the lower back. Big accordion stretch panel, bielasticated panel down here. Temper foam in the back. Cool thing about these pants as well, or not the pants, but the one-piece suit from the waist down, you just start to see some of the Pro Shape armor show up. Pro Shape armor is the F1 inspired armor from Dainese. It's softer, it's more comfortable, but it's still CE rated. We have it in the tailbone section, we have it in the hips, and also coming down the back here, you're going to notice that we have S1 all the way down the backs of the legs. We have these new cutoffs on the backs of the knees, more microelastication for comfort, and then the Aero EVO will also do the suit to boot combination. Come back around to the front for me, Akeem. One last thing as we talk about the lower half of the suit. Again, remember microelastication. Now we have an aluminum slider at the knee. We have our urethane slider that's replaceable at the knee as well. And we have the Dainese perforated perforation on top of a piece of armor, which is knee armor, shin armor, goes all the way down to the end of the pant leg, and you have that in the pant as well. Now, we did talk briefly about the liner, non-removable liner in the Aero EVO. It's going to be the bubble liner. The beauty of the bubble liner is those tiny little gaps that are behind all of the panels inside the suit on both front and back, and it's just a basic mesh liner down the sleeves. What you have there is the ability for your body to get better airflow to it. So sweat evaporates off, it gets locked into these channels, and then it dissipates out through the suit. So it keeps you cooler in the summer, it keeps you warmer in the winter. It creates almost a micro environment of air around your body. Remember, there are suits like Laguna Seca Pro, which are a little less technical than the Aero EVO, that are a standard main connection. You could always go that way. And then in this range, you have the Avro, which uses the second skins concept. You have the W-framed Aero EVO in this category. And then moving up from there, you're going to spend a little bit more money. You can go into that Kangaroo Trickster, which is a lighter weight suit. And there's some guys out there that are die-hard Kangaroo guys. And for those guys, they know the benefit of that. Few different colors available. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this latest and greatest from Dainese, using a throwback entry point, which we've seen in the last few years. We haven't seen one in a couple years, but using newer style technology really to bring this suit into the forefront of what we're seeing as the standard from Dainese at this point. Leave us your comments on our YouTube page at RevZilla TV. You can always subscribe to us. Stay up to date with all the latest gear reviews that we're constantly rolling out. I want to hear your feedback. If you want to call and talk to somebody about sizing, functionality, breaking down the Aero EVO against any other suits we have at RevZilla.com, shoot us a line, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. It's over $39. Ship for free, exchange for free, no restock if you need to send it back to us. On top of that, you can earn TeamZilla cash to be applied to your next order. We save you money in the long run. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new Dainese Aero EVO one-piece race suit. You gotta love it, Akeem. Available at RevZilla.com/Dainese. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.